To the Point with Michael Williams.
Good morning and welcome. As you, our regular viewers, know, we have top policymakers and legislators on this broadcast as a matter of course. Today, policymakers of the future are our focus. And the future, it turns out, is now. The Coalition Against Period Poverty is a Florida-wide student-led coalition with its origin at Suncoast High right here. Young women pressing Florida lawmakers to pass a law allowing public middle and high schools to offer feminine products on campus for free to those students who are in need. The House and Senate listened and said, yes, it's going to become law. We begin with Takita King Pang, Executive Director of the Women's Foundation of Florida, and I thank you for being my guest this day. Quite a story here. We're going to hear from these young women in a minute. You really were very much involved in helping them lobby and work the legislative halls of Tallahassee. Set up the story for us.
You know, I want to say the end of 2019, a young woman came to me, said, I heard about this thing called period poverty. What can we do about it?
Period poverty.
Period poverty.
We forget that a lot of young women, teens, young women cannot afford the feminine products they need. And so that was the genesis of this idea.
Yep. She actually discovered it when she was visiting India. She visited family in India and found out that that was a problem there. When she came home, she was pretty horrified to realize it was a problem not only in Florida, but right in her own school at Suncoast.
And so out of that, they started pushing. And of course, COVID comes along. It slows down legislation, slows down the debate. But this has been 3 years in the making.
Absolutely. So the students started meeting with school board members, county commissioners, state legislators via Zoom. They really created this coalition and bonded and created their message during COVID. And
the message was, let's go to Tallahassee, let's press on an issue a lot of people may not be thinking about, certainly not talking about. And we have some pictures I think we can throw up, and it's not necessarily the students you're about to hear from, but it's a wide, diverse group of students. Keep in mind, it is a statewide organization with its genesis at Suncoast, but you see a lot of the players, a lot of the people who were gathering with each other, then gathering in Tallahassee to make this happen. And the fact that these young people marched to Tallahassee, were undaunted. It says a lot, doesn't it, Ms. Pang?
Yep. You don't meet a lot of students who volunteer their spring break to go to Tallahassee. And we challenged them. We told them to be bold, to take up space, and to belong there. And they did. And they certainly did. And you have been very gracious as I talked to you over this past several days, gracious to come in. Also gracious in saying, listen, I helped in your role as Executive Director of the Women's Foundation of Florida. You know how to navigate this landscape, but you were the first one to say to me, I may know how to navigate it, but it was the energy and focus of these young people, these young women that made this law happen, that will allow schools to choose to offer for free products that young women need, so there need not be period poverty anymore. I want you to listen to, you haven't had a chance to hear it yet. 3 of the students from Suncoast High were part of this. Let's listen in and then we'll talk to you on the backside. So I'm with Sophia Antoni and Emerson Ferry and Lily DeMauro from left to right, I might add, all 11th graders at Suncoast High School. Tell me, what motivated you to do this work? We'll begin with you, Sophia.
Well, what motivated me to do this work is that a lot of youth our age, we all go through period, and we all struggle to have our pads in at all times. There's many moments where I go to the bathroom and I forget a pad, and there's a lot of people that can't just afford to go buy pads. So having these like essential necessity to our essential like body processes in the school bathrooms are really important for us.
Emerson, but to that point, it's something that people wouldn't necessarily think about, but being, you all had a sensitivity to the fact that what we assume everybody has access to or can afford, they didn't. And that touched you all, obviously, in a profound way. Talk about that, Emerson.
Yes, exactly. I would definitely say the first time that I ever noticed that period poverty was even a thing was when I saw people go into the bathroom and having to use toilet paper or unsafe alternatives instead of pads or tampons. And I just felt, I personally have never had to experience that. So I'm incredibly grateful that I was given the opportunity. But I definitely noticed that people don't really talk about it because there's a huge stigma surrounding it. So I definitely think my main motivation was just to spread the news and make sure everybody is aware that it's an active issue.
And Lily DeMauro, that's the point. You all said not only do we feel empathy and feel for those who cannot afford these feminine products, we're going to do something about it. And what was the genesis of that? And talk, which of, some of you went to Tallahassee in this group, which of you 3 went to Tallahassee to push lawmakers to change law? Lily, talk about that. It's one thing to be concerned, but You and Sophia went to Tallahassee. Talk about that. You said, no, we're going to do something about this.
Yes, so we took a trip up there, we stayed a few nights, and we went into the Capitol. We sat down, had meetings with different legislators. We spoke to them one-on-one and shared our experiences, seeing how period poverty has impacted our communities, how it's impacted us personally, how the stigma and embarrassment surrounding periods has made us feel isolated and alone. And we made sure to raise awareness all around the Capitol to every gender, every age, every race, every legislator there, that period poverty was an issue. Periods are something that we shouldn't be ashamed about. We should be talking about this issue because for so long we've been silent and no change has been made. And I think this bill really brings to light the fact that people are struggling with these basic necessities, and there are a few things even that these legislators can do to help us.
And you obviously got a good reception, because as we speak, we're poised. We'll see if it gets over the finish line. But as I speak to you tonight, we're poised to see this become law, where at least it will give school districts the opportunity, not the requirement as I understand it, but the opportunity to supply these things. So lawmakers were receptive. Were you surprised at the receptivity for this? We'll begin with you, Lily, on that.
I was pretty surprised. I know that a lot of people find themselves uncomfortable talking about periods, but so many people were incredibly open. We held a packing party after one of our press conferences, and we actually had legislators come down and we walked them through how many pads and tampons someone may need for a week of having their period, what people go through and how their experiences may be different based on, just who they are, what their periods are like. And we really got to show them firsthand how periods affect so many people that we know, so many women in their lives.
Emerson, beyond this particular need and bill that you all have pushed, it says a lot about the fact that grassroots efforts led by young people can have a profound difference. So there are a lot of lessons to learn from here. Talk about that more broadly, even above and beyond what you all did specifically here.
Yes, not only is period poverty an issue, but there's so many other issues like dress code and, obviously guns in schools, different things like that, where there are different organizations that are doing grassroots lobbying. And I think it's really important to have students who are the ones being mainly affected by this to be able to use their voices and spread awareness. We talked at a couple delegation meetings, and just standing up and sharing our voices and being able to let all the legislators know that we're passionate about it. We want change, and we want change now.
And Sophia, the empowerment is something you all will take on with you in your lives as you look at other issues and look where you can not only say, I feel empathetic, I imagine, but I now know that I can be empowered and I can make a difference. For the three of you, for those who joined you, and I know you salute all of those who helped you with this effort, and in the broadest sense, talk about that empowerment, Sophia, as we wrap it up.
I think, especially when we were at Tallahassee, I think it was very motivating for young women to be there advocating and having our voice being heard. I think that this empowerment that we bring with us is going to lead the next generation, and just going to lead a bunch of change of whatever laws we want to help pass. And I think it's just very important for kids our age to have our voice heard, and we are making strides now and not in the future. We are doing it now with our voices as juniors, and it's just very empowering to be in this environment and atmosphere.
I was going to say I'm looking at future policymakers, but I'd be wrong, because not future policymakers, present ones. And I really thank you for taking time to join us. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
All the best. Back with Takeda King-Pang, Executive Director, Women's Foundation of Florida. That was your first chance to hear from them. Talk about a dynamic group of young women, and this is statewide, not just them. They gave a lot of credit too. Your thoughts?
It's just hard not to be effusing pride. They're so well-spoken and so passionate about the work that they're doing. But I think it speaks to the fact that young people have power in this process. They have an ability to affect what's happening, even if they're not old enough to vote.
And it is now going to become law. In fact, the House and Senate pretty unanimously, essentially.
Unanimously. Technically, it passed unanimously twice in the House.
Right. And so it's going to go to the governor's desk for signature. Again, not a requirement. The next challenge will be go county by county, say we have the law, please find the money to make this happen for those who cannot afford these type of items.
Yes, so we are going to be spending the summer doing some boot camps, training students around the state so that they can go to their school districts and their county commissions to help make this a reality in their community.
Your closing thoughts as somebody who sees this statewide, who works with women on empowerment issues. So often we have policymakers here, whether it's the local lawmaker, congresspeople, people such as yourself. You're experienced in that realm. But it's a reminder that policy can happen at the grassroots level and that our young people can lead that now and they're going to lead it in the future. Talk about the broader message here today.
I think it's really important to recognize period poverty is a massive issue for the state, or for the state of Florida, but for the whole nation. We just joined, when the bill's signed, we will join 22 other states that are doing something in policy to ensure students have access to products. And in almost every single one of those states, it has been a youth-led movement. So it is young women and young people who are really using their voices to make this change.
And beyond this important issue, it's a reminder that those young voices do have power. And I think in many ways that message is certainly just as equally important. And you saw it in their faces, their voices, their manner. Your thoughts on that more broadly, to students, to anybody out there that says, I want to make a difference, but I'm shy about it. This proves you can.
Yes, and that's a big thing. And the Women's Foundation of Florida really believes that all people are leaders, but leadership looks different on each person. And so it's really helping them find how they want to lead and how they want to use their voices.
Final thought.
I think change is possible anywhere you are, no matter what it seems like. This felt like an insurmountable, passing this as a piece of law felt insurmountable at the beginning of this year, and here we are waiting for the governor to sign it into law.
Those young people did not hear the word no.
And they don't take that well.
And I know Takita King-Pang, Executive Director, Women's Foundation of Florida, you're beaming with pride for them as a reminder to what the empowerment by young people can do for state policy. We thank you so much for taking a few minutes of your time with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And up next, the legislative session is over. None better than Brian Crowley to offer perspective on that next.